Hello and welcome back for a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. This time we're going to be going through on Tactician. Just a regular sort of party setup, not a crazy challenge type video for this one. Right now we're going to make our character and get set up to get started. So I'm going to be going half elf, specifically wood half elf, mostly just for flavor for me. I do like to kind of personalize my characters as if I was building them for tabletop, but still be effective at the same time. So we're going to be a wood half elf, mostly for flavor, but it also does give us the extra movement speed, which is super nice on martial classes. Because if you can't get to your opponents, you can't do any damage. So, like I said, we are going to be playing Paladin. We're going to go with the Oath of the Ancients for this one. We're going to grab the soldier background, and Oath of the Ancients, if you haven't seen it, gives you the Healing Radiance, which is a heal for you and all nearby allies, which I believe increases with level. It does in tabletop, to my knowledge. And then, of course, subclass features, you have your tenants. If you are trying to play one of these three oaths, you have to make sure that you recognize these tenants so that you don't break them. Otherwise, you just get flagged as either broken oath, or that's how you become the hidden oathbreaker class later on. So these are super important if you're trying to play to your oath. It can make dialogue in some situations a little more difficult, but as long as you know them and kind of understand how it might work, you should be fine. For ability score, we don't need dex because we are going to be in heavy armor. That does kind of suck because it does mean that we have no initiative bonus, but it's can you do? We need the stats in other places. So we'll bring the Constitution up to 14. We're going to leave the Strength at 17, which I normally don't do, but we're specifically going to be taking a feat later that'll work that out. And we're going to drop Charisma to 14 and pump Wisdom up to 12. I like having a Wisdom modifier. Most dangerous saves in the game, in tabletop and BG3 for that matter, are wisdom saves, so having a bonus on that is always nice. These are fine. I'm going to take out of insight and go into religion for a little more flavor. It's not that useful, but I like it. And so that's what we'll have. We will have proficiency with athletics, stealth, religion, intimidation, which I probably won't use that much, and persuasion, which will be super clutch. And yeah, let's edit this appearance. I like voice 3. We'll go with this. Add some scars. No body art this time. We'll go with the elf green 2 eyes. No makeup. We'll go with the foxtail hair. And of course, we need a big old beard with the Fireforged tassels. Change the hair color to a light brown, and that's good for me. So you can pick, any kind of name. I like to make up my own stuff, like I said, as if I was doing for tabletop. So that way I have just a little bit of, some interest in the character itself. And this, I don't care about the Guardian, so we're just going to venture forth. forgot how long that cutscene was. Alright. Now we can get started.
Good.
That guy, come up here and grab this chest. If you're just starting, there is a second chest over here that you can get, as well as a little jewel on the table here, an onyx. We'll grab that as we run back. Change this while I'm waiting. Have, okay, hammer shield.
Don't mind if I do.
And we'll get on down here. Again, we are on Tactician, so there will be some differences that you might notice based on like what you can and cannot get away with early on. In my opinion, the hardest part of the game is early, when you don't have a lot of ways to just dominate your opponents very quickly. Some classes struggle more than others in that regard. I know when I played through the game as a monk the first time, the first couple levels until about 4 were just absolutely brutal.
Come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
Remove us from this body, from this case. Free us.
Alright, let's see if we can start off good. That's pretty good.
The brain lifts from the skull. But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm we are needed. Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm. Us. We are us. To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Alright. Oh yeah, Paladin, start with the Tenant's book.
Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
My head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Foreshadowing. I like it. Oh man. Perfect.
I will ascend.
Well, she's got a bow, so we're gonna use her to attack this one. Close.
Time to push my luck again. Another day, another fight.
That. Then let's go back and loot that, because I can finish it with another character. It missed anyway. Nice.
You proved surprisingly adequate at
Well,
that. Now, to the helm.
we're off to a great start. Killed an enemy in the first fight with a crit. We got a critical success on our first roll. I'm gonna pay for all that later.
Won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
This'll, like I said, this will be just a pretty straightforward run. I'm not going for anything crazy min-maxed throughout this. Like, I'm not doing like
Fury. Death.
Pallock or a Sorkadin multi-class, something like that.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Just probably will go honestly straight full pally all the way through. The goal is also to try to not break the oath as much as possible. For those that are watching that do
Don't waste this.
want to play a paladin, but they're afraid because the oath system is a little wonky, it could definitely be better, but the you can eventually restore your oath if you do break it. It's not, you know,
Construction is too alien.
end of the world.
Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Da, da.
I'll give it a shot.
These little green jars, when you pick them up and the character comments that it's a brain in a jar, those have uses later. Much later. But it's good to pick them both. There's two of them in here. One in that we just picked up right there. And then there's one right there, so you can see it. We'll zoom in a little bit. Just brain in a jar. This one's called Dark Mind. You can make use of that later on. And we can open this because we got the key for some extra goodies to sell later. And then we'll go open the pod.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
At last. Thought I was done for.
Alright.
Thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
What with this one?
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. They'll have to wait. We need to get off this ship alive first. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Alright. And so these pods here will heal you up when you use them. It's always good to click it just in case. Before we forget, what you want to do to make this next upcoming battle a little easier is go in, and I personally like to forget the inflict wounds spell because I don't really use that, and take the command spell. This will have a ton of use in hopefully securing you some good loot and making this fight a lot easier. So,
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say. Who put you in charge?
I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
get the autosave. Let's do it.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the gate after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
Ugh. Brutal. That.
Time to strike.
Switch over to melee. Attempt to switch over to melee. Oh, we did grab it. Go.
Where do I go from here? What path lies before me?
Anything new? Alright. Yes, so, forgot to mention it as I passed by it. In the previous room, where you get Shadowheart, there is, one of these Nautiloid tanks. It is really good if you pick that up. Well, that problem's solved. Honestly, though, should have used my spell. Because now he's going to take a bunch more damage for no reason. Okay, so we're going to dash action to get to him quicker.
Victory awaits.
Turn.
I will take my pick.
I'll take that for the loot. I'll take that for the... I'm gonna pop everything onto my main guy for now. I'll put that on Shadowheart.
Nothing will stand in my way. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Alright, so we go and pick these two up. Oh, yeah. So she has 2 spell slots. This does use command as a first level spell, so it uses a first level spell slot, or higher if you upcast it. The one we're going for specifically, because there's 5 options here. So we have halt, grovel, flee, drop, and approach. So the one we are going for is drop. If we succeed, like, nope, he saved it, so that's unfortunate. So we have one more chance. But yes, if we succeed, then we get the lovely bonus
Taking a look.
of him dropping his weapon and then us being able to pick it up and use it against him. Or keep it. Because the tactician, he's a lot more difficult than he normally would be. Like if you were on balanced, for example, he would only have about 150 health and only attack once per turn. Rather than the... that's pointless because I already have it.
Let's finish this.
Okay. Pick that up.
Moving.
Oh, we got it. Perfect. Normally what you would do is you would save before the attempts, reload the attempts until you get it, and then go from there.
I will ascend.
In this case, what we're mostly going to do is kind of just ignore them. Because realistically, we got too many bad rolls at the start. We can't really
Come on,
reliably
can't stay
kill
idle.
them. Typo, nice. Let's see if we can hit him with... Yeah, let's see if we can hit him with this. He saved though.
What should I do?
Hurry! Before they strike!
Who has the other ones? Oh, shoot.
Well, so much for peace.
Okay. So what you want to do with all these tanks that we picked up, you want to drop them, and you don't want them all over the place here. You want them grouped up, kind of like this, and then
Can't afford to let up.
move Shadowheart here. Begin assault on these guys. Yeah, there are more enemies on top of that join the fight, and these are not enemies that you want to be dealing with, especially on Tactician. So we'll use the disengage action here, which makes it so that you don't provoke opportunity attacks when you leave an enemy's range. Opportunity attacks. Let's see if I can do this. Oh.
Make way.
Opportunity attacks are when you leave a hostile creature's range. As you see that red arrow right beside my character on the ground, that lets me know that that movement will trigger an opportunity attack. But this movement won't, for instance. I stay within his range. It also says it underneath where you're moving to. So by taking the disengage action, I prevent him from getting the opportunity attack.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
And we got the sword, yes. Yes, let's put it in my character's inventory so we can use it after. Perfect. God, that is like a boss.
Come a little closer.
I'm over here.
I am death.
Still on my feet.
Looted all that. Didn't loot that. Did loot him.
I'm ready.
And then, so here's kind of the point of this whole thing, right? So the first part is using Shadowheart to command result here. So he drops his weapon so that you don't have to kill him to pick it up. Because realistically, you're probably not killing him on Tactician. Unless you get lucky with a lot of you know, a lot of good rolls. But what you can do, if you get the command drop, you get the weapon. That's the most important part. Um, then what you want to try to do is you want to try to do this while the Mind Flayer is still alive. See here, he's got 17 HP, he's still going. Now, if I detonate these, it's not going to kill them both. But it will kill the Mind Flayer, which is enough to make it so that once we're done this fight, we'll be level 2. So we're going to do that now. See, like, that only did, like, 20-some points of damage to him.
On my way.
And now we've got to run for our sweet lives. Another thing to note, too, is as long as the party member is down, like right now, Lae'zel is down making death saves, which is, that's fine. There's no issue with that. The only thing I would need to keep in mind is, like, I'll show you here.
Still breathing.
Yeah, I'll
despite
prove the point
everything.
here later. But, like, I can go click on this to leave, even though she's down, but she's not dead. Everything will be fine. As you can see on the portrait up top, if you've seen it in that brief moment, she stands up full health. Trying so hard to make sure I don't skip all these cutscenes and dialogue, because that's just what I'm used to doing at this point.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull. Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through. But it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Alright. I always check just to make sure, but yeah, there's nothing there.
Moving ahead.
First thing we can loot is the fisher. And there's Shadowheart. So what we'll do, we'll give this game a save for now. Something I can at least remember what's kind of going on here. Yeah, so we'll probably work on this playthrough here and here. I do want to get back to the challenge playthrough because that's, for obvious reasons, a lot more fun. But yeah, next video we'll do the level ups. We'll awaken Shadowheart and we'll get started on our adventure. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you did watch the video all the way through, I really appreciate that. It does help me out. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.